Check, 380, 190.
Let's go, D.
Here's a handoff to Sproles to start the drive. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This is Tomlinson. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch the screen. 89. Watch the screen. 51. Hey, wahoo. You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Load it. Load it.
From the gun, Rivers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
On the set. Right there in the middle. 61. Matchbox lights.
Now a man in his 13th NFL season. It's Adrian Peterson. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Let's go now. 50, plant. I got it. Shoot.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First down, Minnesota.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. You jet bomber. You jet bomber.
Now Saquon Barkley. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Sproles. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, Rocket. Red Delta.
Here's Sproles. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 53 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
We'll
see if they dial it up this drive. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Peterson. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
5-yard gain on the play. First down, Minnesota.
These two teams all tied after 1.
7-7.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey.
Peterson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
1st down, here's the run with Peterson. They find some open. Adrian Peterson. Touchdown, Vikings. Adrian Peterson. 51 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it with Sproles. Shedding the tackle, and gives him some room. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now it's Sproles. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Well, not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Rivers. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
You can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a run with Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ready. 30 base. General West.
Now back to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. He's at the 40. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run with Peterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Here we go, here we go. 60 outlaw, X3, 218, chop. Hey, rock there, slide.
On second down, Peterson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Third down, it's Adrian Peterson. Peterson a first down and more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adrian Peterson with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Chargers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, LA! A big play there as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
61, matchbox, light. Get that quarterback,
They'll throw now on the final play. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25. And To the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Let's go now. Topper! Topper!
They run with Peterson. He's been busy tonight. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On third down, it's Peterson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Hey, how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Hey, high 7.
They'll run for it. Peterson. Peterson a first down and more. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Back to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys have now moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. The bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
36. Look at me. Go. Fight.
Now a give to Peterson running right. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They run again with Peterson. Adrian Peterson Iverson off to the races. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. 24 yards. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. Look. Squeeze.
On first down, Peterson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready? 18 Gator. Rock it. General West. Get it ready.
Again, Peterson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 5 there on the board here with third down coming up.
On the set. X3. 218. Chop. I can't really even let you play. Let go.
Now Peterson. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. They'll run with Peterson. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. 4 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Sproles. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. The 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone. Oftentimes, the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there.
Here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run. No yardage to be found.
The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here.
You got 3 down.
On 4th down, they snap it to Rivers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 21 yards there. A big play there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations, so he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted.
So bad, not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of...
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes it in for a try. 48 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. The extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Woolwich, you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Throw left side complete. It's Jordan. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Got it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Peterson running right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ready to break. There.
They run again on 1st down. Peterson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use time? You're taking charge.
Check 3.
They'll run on 1st down. Peterson. And some room to roam now. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adrian Peterson. 61 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. The point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. On third down, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense,
they'll score. Touchdown, Vikings. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
I don't think you got it, son. Sponge. No. Switch.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Uses the spin. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. 51 yards. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. They run. Peterson. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have, where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Rivers to throw it. Screen pass to Sproles. And he's in for a Charger touchdown from 3 yards out. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone, as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Peterson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 31 yards there and a first down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.